We've got some brand new information regarding the Batman film, which comes out in March 2022. There's a lot of information, a lot of images coming out right now because of the Empire magazine that did a big piece on the Batman, which we'll see in full pretty soon. But little snippets are coming out of this Empire exclusive, and one of them is the Batman producer Dylan Clark says Matt Reeves pushed for the film to exist outside of the DCEU. This is what he had to say. We don't get involved in that regarding the multiverse. Matt is interested in pushing the character to its emotional depths and shaking him to the core. So that's interesting because if you remember, Ben Affleck's The Batman was supposed to be part of the DCEU. Then he stood down from directing the movie. Matt Reeves came in and then looked like that he would direct Ben in the DCEU movie, but then Ben retired. He left. Robin Pattinson was cast, and then there was rumours that it's going to be a younger Ben Affleck Batman, just an origin story 20 years before. But actually then we found out it was actually kind of a reboot. It was a new thing. It was a standalone thing with Matt Reeves directing a standalone The Batman movie, very much like the Joker movie outside of the DCEU, which many fans were happy with, many fans were upset with. Me, of course, I would love to see the Batfleck movie, but I would prefer Robin Pattinson to be on his own, in his own universe right now, because that worked so well for the Joker. And I think you don't get bogged down by references, by characters popping up, by getting annoyed at certain things not happening in the universe. This is solely a Batman movie regarding Batman and his rogue gallery, which is very interesting. But Matt Reeves didn't want it in the DCU whatsoever. So I'd say that's a good sign we won't see Robin Pattinson in the Flash movie. Probably you could guess that before, but just now that's kind of confirmed. Then Robin Pattinson had some interesting things to say about his portrayal of Batman and where the story could be going. This comes from BatmanNews.com. Despite not knowing how much he may be involved, Pattinson has made it clear that he has given a lot of thought as to where we would see Batman go psychologically if there should be 2 more films. This is what Robin Pattinson had to say. I've made a kind of map for where Bruce's psychology would grow over 2 more movies. I would love to do it. So it looks like Robin Pattinson, he has an idea, he has like a map. Maybe it's written out, maybe it's just in his head of where Batman is, Bruce Wayne is psychologically from the Batman going into its sequel and then probably its finale, the 3rd movie. Now, it is a standalone thing, but of course there is spin-offs. We've got the Gotham PD show coming to HBO Max. We've got the Penguin HBO Max show. There's been rumours that Zoe Kravitz might get her own Catwoman series. So there's obviously going to be spin-offs and tie-ins to this world, spinning off from the Batman trilogy. But Robin Pattinson has an outline of where he wants to bring the character, and he sees that being over 2 films, which makes sense. This will definitely be a trilogy that brings in the rogue gallery. We're going to see Penguin, we're going to see Riddler. There's other rumours as well. I've told you that Joker is in this movie. If they cut him out or not, I don't know, but it's Barry Keoghan. That could change. My source could be wrong, I don't know. But it's interesting that Matt Reeves didn't want this movie inside the DCU. He wanted it outside in its own very own thing. And then Robin Pattinson has an idea for 2 more movies after this, where Batman's journey would start in the Batman and then end in the 3rd movie. So that's probably coming from discussions with Matt Reeves, and that's coming from discussions with Matt Reeves and the studio that they want to do 3 movies, but also have the spin-offs. Now, the engagement around this movie, the trailer views, just the hype has been pretty much insane. So, bar another strain of the virus coming and just stopping all theatre chains from opening, the Batman should do pretty well at the box office. You can see right now it's Spider-Man No Way Home, which I have a video on the channel about that, the insanity box office numbers that's doing right now, globally, domestically, all around the world. It's actually fantastic to see that, but maybe it's bad for lower budget movies like The Last Duel, The Green Knights, movies like that. But the comic book movie genre is thriving right now. It is very theme park orientated, as Martin Scorsese would say, but I could see the Batman being more of like just a high budget indie film as a psychological battle between Batman, Bruce Wayne, the Riddler's involved, Penguin. Yes, it's a comic book movie, but I think it's a lot deeper than that, definitely. But guys, what's your thoughts on the Batman movie that's coming up March 2022? Matt Reeves exclusively wanted it outside of the DCU, and Robin Pattinson has an outline of where this Batman will go. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.